Good morning, everybody. It is 10 minutes till 7, and I'm getting ready to leave the NOC and start the trail. And so you come over here and cross these railroad tracks, and here's the sign. Appalachian Trail North, Sassafras Gap Shelter. Bald Gap. So Fontana Dam is 27.6 miles from here. And you just cross this little bridge here and start up those steps. And it is just an ascent, ascent, ascent almost all day long. And this is when you first start departing Nantahala, and you get up the first kind of bump going up. It's just all rock. It's actually quite beautiful. Wow. Look at that. Awesome. Wowzers. And if you look down, that's the Nantahala River. There you go, Julian. That's what you and Nonnie went over. Very cool. Look at that. Awesome. You know, a lot of people think that when there's a thunderstorm or raining, thunderstorm, that it's safe to go in there and get out of the elements, but it's just the opposite. You should not go in there because that rock conducts electricity and you're more likely to get electrocuted if you're inside there. Interesting, right? Exactly opposite of what people would think is the right thing to do, especially me. Man, this is so pretty. Wow. Listening to that water. And the trail just goes on and on like this. Terrific! Well, I'm about a mile in. And look here. I haven't seen that yet. That's actually kind of cool. Yep. Up. This is such a good day. Good morning. I'm so excited about today. It's a gift. It is beautiful. It is not raining. It's not supposed to. Uh-oh. I'm stuck. Okay. It's not supposed to rain today. Woo! And although the next 2 days after that are 100% rain. Anyway, this is a glorious day, and I'm so glad that y'all have joined me. Y'all have asked me some questions. I'm going to answer a couple, then I'm going to get on my way. One of you has asked me what I do when I'm on the trail, and so I meditate, I ponder, I pray, I sing, I listen to music, I reflect on relationships. I reflect on toxic relationships and relationships that need to end because they are not beneficial. That doesn't make me happy, but you know, you can't change people. All you can change is yourself. That's what you have the power to do. And my power, my superpower that's given to me from above is that I can choose who I want to have a relationship with. And so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. What did I have for breakfast? I had a 1 ounce piece of cheese and some orange juice. And I'm not adapting well to hiker food. It messes with my stomach. And so the other day in the shelter, I pulled out some cauliflower tortillas, some cheese, cut it up into pieces, used one of those chicken barbecue packs and put that in there. And I pulled out a tomato and started cutting it. And Jason looked at me and said, "Is that a tomato?" I said, "It is." He said, "No one brings a tomato on the trail, Nonnie, Miss Nonnie." And I said, well, I have one. And he said, no salad on the trail, Miss Nonnie. I said, listen, Maureen, if I want a tomato, I'm going to carry it. You didn't carry it up here. And he just shook his head and started laughing, but it was delicious. It was really good. Settled on my stomach a lot better than that other hiker stuff. Blech, I don't like it. Anyway, so let's see. What else have I been asked? I've been asked if I have a trail family, and the answer is no, I don't, but I kind of do, because I've run into a lot of people, and it seems like every time I stop at a shelter or the next hostel, I run into the same people again, and everybody just acts like they're a family and gets together and talks and asks about, you know, how was it while you were going, and where are you going next, and several of us have given each other their phone numbers so we can check on each other and see how they're progressing. Rhinestone is already mile 270, and he's way ahead of me, and he has hip problems, and so he's doing really well. I wanted to talk to you for a minute about kind of an important subject. It's about bullies. It's about bullies, and I'm doing this for two reasons. One is I'm talking to children, and I'm also referring to the bullies that were picking on me at the hostel, and I've let it go. I'm fine. But for kids that are watching this channel, if you are following a bunch of kids that are not acting properly and bullying other kids in school, that's not cool. That is just not a cool thing. You know, everybody has a right to be their own unique and wonderful self, and just because they may not fit in with the rest of the group, or you want to feel like you're a little bit more powerful or stronger, or whatever your reason is for doing that, you need to stop it. Because if you're a bully now, you'll be a bully when you're an adult. And I'm going to tell you, people don't like bullies. And a Marine, as I have already shared, kicked a couple of bullies out of a shelter because he just wasn't going to put up with that. So what I'm trying to say is, my message, my mission, my vision, my goal is to share with you to be kind. Just be kind. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to be kind. And, you know, kindness can touch a person and move them to tears, as you all have seen with me. I have not received a bolus of kindness in my life. And so the kindness I'm receiving on the trail has been life-changing for me. So you kids that are leaders, followers, or just your own unique selves, if you're hanging around with a bunch of kids that are not doing what they're supposed to do, find another group. Find another group. Don't hang around with them. It's just not cool. And, you know, I have faith, and I believe that you will remember these 5 things. Be kind, be brave, be strong, believe in yourself, have faith, and be beautiful in your mind and in your heart, and remember that you can do anything. Anything. You can. I believe in you, and you can do it. Okay, I wanted to clarify a few things. When I was saying be strong, I do mean be strong physically. When I say be brave, be strong, but I also mean be strong in your mind and in your heart. That means that you resolve, you make up your mind that you're going to do the right thing, no matter what the cost, because doing the right thing is always the right thing to do. It's always the right thing to do. Sometimes it's really hard because there are consequences for that, but in the end, you'll have a clear conscience. You can look at yourself in the mirror. You know, I taught my kids when they were growing up, and I even taught this to my employees. If you can go home at the end of the day from school, from work, and you can look at yourself in the mirror when nobody else is around, and you can say, I did my best today. I worked hard. I did everything I was supposed to do. I did it the right way. Then you have a clear conscience, and you should be proud of yourself. But if you look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day, and you are being honest with yourself, and you say, you know, I was lazy at work, or I bullied somebody at school, or I did something I shouldn't have done at home, then you should be ashamed of yourself, and you need to make it right the next day. And the next day, you need to be able to, at the end of that day, go home, be able to look in the mirror and say, I did the right thing today. If you can't do that, then you've got issues and challenges that you need to address. My kids grew up with this. my employees knew that they needed to do this, and they were better people for it. So I'm sharing that with you because that's what I want you to do. Look at yourself in the mirror at the end of every day, and if you know you did your best, well done you. I've just come off of that trail, and I'm about 1.5 miles after leaving Nantahala, and I guess I'm here at this service road. And as you can see, there's the trail right up there. What I'm trying to say is, for you that are trying to fit in with the popular kids at school, I want to share this story with you. I was one of those popular kids in school. I was popular. I had a lot of friends, a lot of them. And they tended to pick on people sometimes. And I would kind of change groups, and because I wouldn't hang around with those kind of people. I have a tender heart. I've always had a tender heart. Well, the high school that I went to had a program for mentally challenged kids. And you know, popular kids and other kids picked on them constantly and put them down because they didn't act the same as everybody else. And I didn't like that. I was always the underdog's advocate as far back as I can remember, as tiny as I can remember being. Well, I was with this group, and they were picking on this girl, and I stuck up for her. And they teased me about it, and I said, well, you know, I'm not going to be part of your group anymore because I don't care about having a relationship with you. I care more about this girl. And I defended her at every turn for weeks. And eventually, people quit picking on her because they saw that I was defending her. My point is this. I'm going to get to my point in just a minute. One more thing to add here. There's a young man that I know that I love dearly. His name is Ford. He's 12 years old. And Ford is not a leader, nor is he a follower. He is his own unique, beautiful self. And he is kind, he is smart, he is funny, he is handsome, he has got everything. He's the whole deal. Someone came to visit us, and the other kids in the neighborhood were picking on him. Same age group. And Ford stuck up for this person that came to visit us against all those people in the subdivision that were not being so nice. And I said to him later, why did you do that? I want you to tell me why you did that. And he said, I'm going to try not to cry. He said, because I know what it's like to be picked on in school sometimes, and I don't like it, and I don't like it when other people pick on people either. So if somebody needs a hand, I'm going to be there for them. No one deserves to be treated that way. He's 12. I hugged him so ferociously and told him how much I loved him and how exceedingly proud I was of him. My point is now this. Stick up for those people that need help. If others are picking on them, you be the person that stands out and be there to help them. You're the bigger person. Be strong. Be brave. Do what's right. Be able to look in the mirror at night and know that you did the right thing. It's the right thing to do. So those bullies that picked on me at that hostel must not have had anybody that helped them understand that lesson. For those kids that are watching this channel, now you know, you've been told. You can't say you didn't know. Do something about it, okay? Well done you, and we'll all be proud of you. That is beautiful. Awesome, beautiful, beautiful. For those people that are hanging around with bullies, you see all these trees, all these branches? Those are bullies. You see that sunshine in the back? That's you trying to break through and shine. Don't let all those branches stop you. Some of them are big branches, some of them are small. They may get in your way, plow through them. You can do it. You see, at some point, the bullies thin out and you shine brighter and brighter. Look at this trail this morning. Isn't that beautiful? Life is good. Embrace today is a gift. And even yesterday, when I was hiking and pouring down rain, coming down boulders and dangerous steep ascents, I was thinking, today is a gift. Hope I live through it, but today is a gift. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful. Oh. There we go. Look at this forest. It's elbow to elbow. Wow. Have you ever gone into a corn maze during the holidays? That's what this feels like. Thank y'all for being patient with me whenever I feel like I need to share a story. It may not be for everybody, but there's some kids that need to hear that, and maybe some adults. Whew, this is tough. This is quite the ascent. All right, I'll check back in with you. You see that? I'll tell you what that means to me. That sun has risen and the branches are underneath. That's you being successful and not going with the crowd to want to bully others. Those other people may be nipping at your heels and clawing at you, those branches, trying to get you to come back in. But you just stay high and shine and be yourself. Be kind, care for others, stick up for those that need you. Look at this beautiful rock. Look at those colors. I moved away all the debris. Gosh, that is really pretty. I'll show you how big it is. Put my foot next to it. Very, very pretty. I just came up to the Wade A. Sutton Memorial. I'm about 2 3/4 miles in from Nantahala, and wow. Well, thank you, Mr. Sutton. I'm sorry that happened. Wow. What an honor for him to have a memorial here. Look at this. Wow. This is really pretty. I'm 4 miles in. That's the trail that I just came up. And here's this beautiful, beautiful water source. Look at that. So peaceful. Beautiful. So that's what I had to cross. I love that. This is the trail. Just goes on around like that. Minefield! Look, Rylan. It's a dinosaur toe. Look at that. Pretty cool. Look. There's a baby fern growing on it. And I guess that's moss. And I don't know what this is, but that's pretty too. Very cool. Well, I put my trekking pole up there so you could see how big this tree is. The trail is on the other side. I cannot get under that. And this is a drop off. I guess I'm going to have to take my pack off and crawl underneath there, scoot my pack up underneath it, and then put it back on. Yeah, there's no hurdling over that one, people. Nah, it's not happening. Look at the tree root on that. That is one big tree. Huh. Okay. Okay, y'all. When you're coming along and you come up to that tree, you see that cairn right there? The rocks that somebody stacked? Somebody did that for a reason. You have to climb over all of those boulders to get back up here, to come this way, and then turn around and go back this direction like that. That's a tricky one. That was a tricky one. If it hadn't been for somebody doing those cairns right there, if somebody had not done those cairns right there, I would not have known which way to go. Other than I just pulled up far out and it shows that I am on track. Wowee. That is some tree. Look. It goes from there, down, 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 down. It just keeps going. That tree does not end until way down there. Unbelievable. You may still be wondering if you're going the right way. Look right there. There's a tree that they marked with white. I don't see any other trees, though, that have got painted blazes on them. Okay, I spoke a little too soon. You see right back there? There's a blaze on that tree. Right back there. Okay, that is the trickiest one that I have come up with so far. This sure is pretty in here. Just beautiful. So, bugs. I'd like to offer some advice. Whenever you are coming up those rocks, just like Jay said, when you are doing river crossings and you put your foot down on a stone to make sure that it is stable, don't think those big boulders are so heavy that they're not going to move, because those great big things, they can move. Be careful and make sure that you have good balance before you move on to the next rock. That is the view I am blessed with today. So pretty. Now we're heading up some steps. Alrighty, we've reached the Sassafras Gap Shelter. It's gonna be right down here, and Nantahala River, Highway 19, 6.9 miles. That's where we've just come from. So let's go on down here. Okay, if you can see that sign right up there, that's where I came down. And this is the Sassafras Gap Shelter. They've got a big fire ring. Oh, it's a double berth. That's pretty cool. I bet you could sleep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 16 in here. They've got the stools. That's nice. This is very clean. Very, very clean. And there's the privy. I don't see any bear hangs. Nope. Gotta hang your own stuff. Okay, so we're walking up to the privy. Let's see what it's like. Okay. Well, there's not a privacy door, but you know, a lot of times there's not, and that's about as clean as you're going to get. And that's the shelter from the privy. This is nice and secluded. I didn't look to see how far the water source was from here. I'll have to look at that. It's interesting that so many people can sleep in there, and that privy is about halfway full. This is March the 1st, I think. I'll have to correct that in a minute if that's wrong. So, there's a front shot of it. Very, very nice. Okay, so there are 16 people staying in this shelter tonight. This is hysterical. You got bags hanging everywhere.
Should we bake each other up? Should we whistle? Yeah, we did. Okay.